Enough is not little is the thought for today. And before shooting this video last night, I prepared myself. I wrote the titles of the video that I'm going to be shooting, to be recording, and I woke up, but I was feeling like just go back to sleep. It's too early, it's still morning. And I told myself there again, enough is not little. The best time to record this video is now, because now you are feeling like I don't think I have enough energy to shoot the video. I don't think I have enough preparation to shoot this video. And I told myself, what better time to experiment with this topic of enough is not little than to just hit the record button, and here I am shooting the video. So many a times it's not as if what we have is not enough. The problem is we want to be fully prepared. We want to gather as many, both the ones that are relevant to the phase of our life and the ones that are not relevant to the phase of our life. We just want to gather so that when we look at what we've accumulated so far, we'll all be able to tell ourselves, well done, we've gathered a lot. But enough is not little, and a lot is not enough. Yes, you can have a lot, and all the things you've gathered so far, they are not relevant to the phase of your life. And then you turn back to look at all the things you've been gathering, you're like, damn, I just wasted my time. So we should be able to tell ourselves that when we've prepared for something, when we've tell ourselves that we are going to do some other things, and the time has come for the thing to be done, we should be able to tell ourselves that enough is not little. The little that we've gathered is enough. In fact, the thing that you need to achieve that dream, the knowledge that you need to take that test, you've been preparing all your life for the test. The knowledge that you need to pass that exam is already enough. You already have what you need to pass that exam. As at that point, most of the times we tell ourselves that, oh, I think if I'm given an extra day to prepare for this exam, I would have gathered enough knowledge. I would have gathered enough information to pass the exam. But the truth is, you do not need extra day. Yes, the extra day is not going to make the anxiety to go away. What you need is already what is already inside here. What you need is already what you've been preparing for, what you've been gathering is all you need. If of a truth you've been preparing, and you will never prepare to the extent where you feel like, okay, you know what, I think I am fully prepared, I am ready for this. No, you all keep preparing, planning until you actually do that stuff, until you actually do that task, until you actually take that test. Will you now realize that, oh, indeed, enough is not little, and I indeed gathered enough for this test. I indeed prepared myself enough to take this tax. I indeed gathered enough money to start living my dream life. Indeed, I have accumulated enough for me to be happy at this phase of my life. Most times, even having little is not a bad thing. Yes, having little is not a bad thing. It's not a crime. But when we tell ourselves that, oh, for us to be happy, we need to gather a lot. For us to be happy, we need to have more than enough. That's where the problem comes in. And I try to remind myself most times when I am having this feeling of, oh, I don't think I have enough. Oh, if I have this amount of money, I'll be happy. I'll take myself out. Oh, if I read this book, I'll gain the knowledge I need to do this and that. The truth is, when I tell myself all those things, it doesn't make me feel ready, and the anxiety does not go away. But when I tell myself that, oh, enough is not little, even if you are feeling like you've not gathered enough knowledge, even if you are feeling like, oh, I'm not ready to do this task, even if you are feeling like, oh, I'm not ready to take up this job, even if you are feeling like, oh, I'm not ready to jump into this opportunity, but I'm going to do it regardless of my feeling, because enough is not little. I'm just going to tell myself, I think everything that I need to achieve this, to do this task, to pass this exam, is already here. Everything that I need to record this video is already here, and I go ahead to record the video. That is when you realize that indeed enough is not little. Because many a times you might not recognize, you might not even admonish that, oh, enough is not little. Not until you've actually done the task, not until you've actually passed that exam, written the exam, will you now realize that indeed enough is not little. I had enough, but I felt what I have was only little, and because it's little, it's not enough. Gathering a lot does not mean that you have had enough. You can gather a lot of garbage, you can gather a lot of unnecessary things, and at the end of the day, you can have a lot of friends. At the end of the day, you still feel like you don't have any friend. Why? Because a lot does not mean you've had enough, and enough is not little. Enough can mean you having just few days to prepare for an exam, just because you were informed late and you prepared few days to this exam, you prepared very well, and few hours to the exam, you're thinking, oh, if this exam could just be extended with 24 hours, I think I'll be able to cover up. It's not true. Even if they give you 24 hours, you will still be feeling like, oh, if this exam can be extended another 24 hours, I feel like I can be fully ready for this exam. And enough is not little can also apply. You can have just two people in your life, two friends in your life, even if you don't have a table filled with friends. Those two people in your life, they can be enough if you tell yourself enough is not little, and ensure you check up on each other. And a lot of people have a lot of people in their life, but they still feel as if they don't have anybody, because they have a lot of people but not enough of not enough of people feeling that void of emptiness in their life. And who else can fill the void rather than you? You are the only person that will tell yourself, when you start overthinking things, that I think I have had enough of this, I think I have had enough of this, and I just need to do with what I have. What I have is enough for me to achieve this task. What I have is enough for me to record this video. The knowledge I have is enough for me to take up this test and just do it. Everything you need has already been given to you. Everything you need now, right now, has already been given to you to achieve whatever task you have. This is what I tell myself whenever I start thinking that, oh, if only I have this phone, I think I would have had a lot of subscribers on my YouTube channel. But the truth is, that's not true. Yeah, enough is not little. What I have right now is enough for me to go to where I want to be, for me to move to the next phase of life. What I have right now is what I need. Exactly what you need is what you have right now. So do not discredit, do not look down on the little. Just tell yourself, even if it is little, enough is not little. Yeah.